Did you get it? Oh, nope. Hey, John. Welcome to existence.
Is is this life? Oh,
It sure is. Now be good. Now be good, or else you'll go back into the void.
oh, please don't make me go back to the void. I have no memory of it. It could be awful.
So I just thought of a topical joke.
And what would that be?
Do you remember the hit 2012 song "Call Me Maybe"?
Oh God, was that from 2012?
It was. I
Oh
remember
my
that
God.
because that was the big song that everyone's saying. Ironically, in boot camp, because it had just come out and we had no other source of media.
Oh no.
But my idea is "Call Me Maybe" with a Ouija board.
I mean, call me maybe is technically a question.
I just met you. This is crazy. Here's my planchette. Don't hit maybe.
Is there a maybe on there?
Yeah, it's right underneath the word Ouija.
Oh shit. Look at that. This Ouija board is fully equipped to answer all your questions.
Yes, no, and maybe?
It's just the ghost copping out. Did you die a virgin? Maybe.
No, it's Ouija. I'm putting over Ouija.
Uh, Ouija. That's French for yes. Very much so. I
Although,
don't think that means what I wanted it to mean.
in a vacuum, imagine yourself being a Wisconsinite and seeing the word Ouija as it's spelt. How do you think you would pronounce that?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, my thought
Hmm.
exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's go break
Yeah,
out the
there
oh,
is
yeah
just
bird.
an oh yeah board. You know, Uncle Clive, he likes to get the oh yeah out and do a parlor trick on Sundays after supper.
He likes to hear Grandpa's views of the world. They align much with his
Hey,
own. I just kind of broke out into
gr
Irish there.
Grandpa, you still into you know, hating the Jews? He said yes.
It moved when he just said hating. He didn't even finish the sentence.
Grandpa, he hated everyone. That's
Yeah,
why he
but
started a war.
bless him for his consistency.
Yeah, he was very consistent. Damn it, Billy, I hate you.
All right,
I hate you like I hated your father.
let's put the oh yeah board away. Still feel like I'm breaking out
Clearly,
into
Grandpa's
Irish
had
there.
too much of the spirits.
Uh,
Grandpa's had too much of the spirits.
is that because he was a rampant alcoholic, a puritanical Catholic, or he's dead?
It's a little bit of both. He put more than one of those spirits in there, don't you know? That is a really hard accent to keep up.
Yeah.
How the hell do they do it?
Oh, years of practice, don't you know?
Oh yeah.
It's just such a delightful dialect.
Such a delightful dialect.
Yeah, see, you're breaking into Irish there a little too.
Yeah, it's because I'm pretty sure that's what the influenced it. I don't know.
Yeah, I had to turn off my microphone to clear my throat after that. It's like
Such a
the
weird
spirits are trying
sounds.
to escape.
The ghosts are getting out of me. Ever since I sold my soul in high school, I've been trying to collect more souls to replace it.
Oh, you know how I used to be a ginger, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you don't just stop.
you no, you gotta find a soul for that. It's kind of like it's like if you're playing musical chairs. You know how most of the time everybody starts in front of a chair when they form a circle around it?
Mhm.
Yeah, the ginger kids are the ones who had to stand off to the side without a chair already.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's you don't have to ginger explain anything to me, John.
I will ginger splain till the till the redheads come home. I don't know.
But next thing you're gonna tell me I should smile more.
You, no, you smile enough. That's not a problem for gingers, but you
If
should
anything, you
consider
should smile
cursing
less.
Yeah, you seem to be pleasant in a good disposition. I don't understand.
It's just it's just genuinely off-putting.
Yeah, it is. You know, well, I mean, just look at Prince Harry.
I'd rather not, thank you.
Well, at least he's not his brother. He might not have a soul, but at least his life is interesting. So ginger is the spice of life.
Uh, uh, I should go on a cross stitch. All right, I've already added a bunch of stuff.
Gingers are the spice of life. Let's see what.
Oh, so I had an idea for a foolproof money-producing business.
You're going to start work at the Federal Reserve.
Yes. Oh, I mean, I'm glad you have more of an opinion of me than just saying you're gonna go start counterfeiting.
Oh no, it's be much easier to go work at the Federal Reserve. That way you can figure out exactly what materials you're going to need.
That's a lot of expensive printing equipment as well.
Yeah.
No, but get this:
I,
a casino that's broken up into that's a hotel,
oh, a casino that is a hotel.
or rather, a hotel that is a casino, where
Okay.
you have the big, expensive, shiny machines. You have one of those in your room.
Oh.
So gambling addicts can go in there, have all the,
And gamble from the comfort of their own room.
yes, and then you just feed them take room service and complimentary alcohol
Oxygen.
and
Yeah.
oxygen. Yeah,
I mean, at that point, you could actually give them like complimentary room service because you're just making so much extra money off of them.
exactly. And if the point of it is they stay at the hotel, then
Like,
they're only encouraged to use the money producing apparatus their entire stay.
oh my God, that makes sense. Oh, and then you go through and you can you get them to they're required to have a card for all these charges,
Mhm.
and every day they don't leave their room, you just add more room charges.
Yeah, the room card could also be the playing card, and
Hmm.
if they put additional money on it for the game service, depending on the amount, you feed them alcohol. You
Now,
just
I
have,
guess the question is, do you also put a smaller slot machine next to the toilet? Because eventually they do need to do that.
well, naturally, but it'd be like the toilet one would be one of the 50s era compact, like all metal aluminum looking ones that have that
Oh
really
yeah,
nice
those nice ones.
mechanical click link.
Oh, that's the good stuff right there.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's an excellent idea, and it's completely immoral, but it's an excellent idea. I love it.
oh yeah, no, I would. You would ruin lives, but
Yeah,
boy,
not
would you,
just the people that come there either, like whole families. Children would not be spared.
but your stakeholders will be thrilled.
I mean, they will love it. Yeah. And your pockets will be lined.
I'm calling it. It's January 8th, 2023. If that happens the next ever, I'm claiming responsibility. No,
Yeah.
that's actually bad. I don't want responsibility for that.
No, you want to get a patent for the process.
Yes, I am
Yes, this
declaring.
is our official application for a patent.
I'm declaring patent.
I
I'm
I am your
maritime patent
witness.
law.
Maritime plat. Oh, even the sovereign citizens have to obey you then.
Exactly.
They believe that only maritime law applies. So, like, you
Any
just beat them, you just owned them.
any sovereign citizens that check into my casino hotel get a discount on the captain suites. There
Oh, and
are nautical themed hotel rooms within the.
the only downside is I don't think sovereign citizens have money. Pretty sure they don't.
Well, I mean, they have to out of all the parking tickets that they successfully avoid. Speeding
Oh,
violations.
surely. Worst case scenario, they can always work it off at the hotel. Just put them to work in the lower levels. And then hotel downstairs, it's just a never-ending loop of Hotel California.
Just shoveling coal into a furnace.
Is that how you power the place? No, it does nothing. It just the coal goes in there and then it dumps out at another location on the other side. There's another guy who's throwing coal in on the other side.
There's no fire. These are just LEDs. LEDs, some cut fabric, and a fan blowing upwards.
Just Hotel California playing dramatically all the time.
Yes, yes.
Everybody going through as constantly as if it's a slow motion montage of something truly epic happening.
Such a lovely place. Hotel
You can
California
check
would
out
be a good
anytime you
name.
like, but you can never leave.
Hotel California would be a good name. It sure beats Addiction Hotel.
Yeah, I mean, with the money that you'd be making there, I think you could even afford the royalties to Hotel California in order to make sure that you don't have any issues.
So I thought of a better name for that describes a place in which you can rent long-term lodging at while also feeding your addiction.
Okay.
I call it Dhab.
Oh, Dhab. For those who aren't quitters,
They were going to speed run their addiction. I'm determined to get to the natural endpoint of this.
oh, you could get a research patent, like some grant money from the government too. Because you could just have cameras all over the hotel and just let psychological researchers go at it.
It would be
And
an.
because it's not them doing the active science, it's not as creepy and dark as the 1950s experiments used to be.
I would watch that as a social experiment.
Yeah.
Like you get 100 people, right?
Hmm.
100 people from various demographics, and then you put them you you put them in this hotel. All the money's fake.
Hmm.
Like it's all just programming. There's no actual economy tied to it.
Oh, and then at the end, you just find out how much money you actually would have ended up spending.
Well, I was thinking outside of that, you tell these people that they can stay in the hotel for X amount of time, however you want to do for your study. And then you say you're going to give them X amount of money on their room card, which is also um, their game card every weekday, whatever.
Oh, okay.
And you make it so they have to remain inside the hotel. And then you just see how
Sure.
long it takes for gambling to ruin society.
Yeah, I like that. I imagine it ends a lot like the movie Lord of the Flies.
They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast.
Oh, and then they throw a rock on the fat kid.
I mean, they always do that though, so it's
Those decorative rocks in the lobby. Curse you, interior designers.
just large foam boulders.
Just a prop straight out of basically any Hollywood movie where a boulder gets dropped on a person.
Hmm. Oh, but it's set up where it could be easily toppled, so nobody actually tests them to see if they're actual boulders. So when like the big dramatic um, sacrifice moment happens, it's just a bunch of foam.
It just foam rock. Oh, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, we actually did it!" It's a deeply sobering moment, and the experiment ends.
Fade to black. I'll take my Grammy, Emmy, Wilson,
Nobel. All three.
my Wilson Prize.
The Wilson Prize. just, just a, it's a volleyball with a bloody handprint, but it's bronzed.
You know, that is a pretty good trophy for a social experiment competition.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, how crazy did you go? Did you go beach ball crazy? Maybe. Did you drive some humans to the brink of humanity? Yeah, definitely. Pushed them over the edge. Like those boulders. And did you manage to show the true weakness of human society? Absolutely. We are all just like a week away from collapsing.
I think on that note, let's go harass some dead people.
Yeah. It works. I even know how to deploy the book now. You just pick it up and throw it.
Whoever was here must have summoned the ghost with a cursed
Like this.
Investigate.
There.
Wow, that's so deployed.
We don't know what it's capable of.
Deployed.
Oh yeah, nerd, deploy this camcorder onto this tripod.
How do I crouch? There. It was too far away. I couldn't.
The ground? All right.
Ground is too far away. Deployed.
No, you had it right the first time.
No, I like the way I deployed it.
Oh, okay.
It gives you a better ground view. Let's see.
Yeah, hash browns.
Today's subject is Russell Brown. He responds to people who are alone and to hot singles in his area. Detect the ghost with presence with a motion sensor. Repel the ghost with a smudge stick while it's chasing someone. And get an average sanity below 25%.
You sound like George Thorogood's mom.
Why, thank you. Where did you think my son got it from?
I drink alone. Yeah, with nobody else. Alright, let's go see how Russell's doing today. You think this is the same Russell from the Gorillas?
Could be. You might appreciate it.
I'll get the book. Get an autographed.
You should.
I'll ignore that glitching ever happened.
What glitching happened?
The room was loading in as I opened the door.
Oh. There we go.
Yeah,
I
just
just
gonna-
threw that on the ground.
Create all of reality quickly. Don't mind me.
Stand still while I describe your surroundings to you. As you enter the dark room, you can hear the slight echo of your foot crunching on old, creaky wood.
Scene open. Night. A dark cabin.
Full moon in the sky, stars bright and vivid above you.
Your colleague walking
You're
at a
not
90.
staying out there.
Your colleague walking at a negative 90-degree angle.
Oh God! Oh God! Why? Why does your spine bend that way?
Hey guys, anybody see the possessed person? I hear there was a possessed person here.
I hear there's a possessed person in the house today. Extreme headbanging.
Your mother sucks cock in hell.
hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Please let the body hit the floor. Can't you see it's in pain?
No, don't make him keep doing it. This ghost will never know what hate it. Mac a monk, so I can actually punch ghosts.
Yeah, you need at least
I'm gonna leave this here.
a silvered weapon.
There are so few situations in which case you're gonna want to use a silvered weapon.
Oh, anything's fey or fey? At least ghostly, spirit type ghosts.
Yeah. I mean, ghostly or cursed stuff, but like, I mean, the rest of the time you're just gonna be walking around with a silvered sword
Well, if you're
or
playing
dagger.
if you're playing a campaign in which the expectation is that magical items are very rare
Hmm.
and
Makes sense.
there are supernatural enemies, I could see how you would want to at least get the investment for a silvered weapon, if for no other reason.
Ooh, almost like having a low magic world.
Yeah, I've heard of those. I mean, no, be all sorts of different variations, right?
True. I mean, what was it? Having now listened to the Game of Thrones and joining the various people who are waiting for George R.R. Martin to finish, writing that next book. I have to say, it's a little bit different than the world that they had in the show.
I mean, it's all subject to interpretation, right? And that's just their interpretation.
Oh yeah, I just mean like the television series went very heavy into it's kind of a real world but with some fantasy elements in it, and then the book was like it's a real world with magic. It's just that when the dragons all died out, the magic kind of went out as well.
Wasn't that the overall plot to Dragon Tales?
Probably was, yeah. I mean, some evil sorcerer stole that scale off of that dragon to create a portal to another realm. And then those kids got it. How embarrassing. Nobody ever considers what happened. Lucky teen icon.
I suppose I should start salting stuff. Like the courtyard grounds.
Oh. I'm gonna thermometize the thermometize the house.
Dragon Tales, let's all go to a dragon land. It was an okay
I
children's show.
wish,
It wasn't.
wish with all my heart to fly with dragons in a world apart.
A little culty.
Yeah, a little culty. Yet somehow it never triggered a panic among white Christian women.
That's very easy to do. X count at 1.
Ooh, axe count at 1. Nice.
So mark that
Kind
on
of low.
the sticky note.
I found an axe. Who just throws their clothes on the ground like this? I mean, I do, but not in my closet.
Not after I folded them.
Yeah, not after I fold them. If it's going on the ground, I'm not taking the time to fold it. It's a balmy 15 degrees in here.
15?
Yeah, Celsius.
That's still pretty cool.
Is it? I don't know. I'm American.
Like 1920 is room temperature.
Mm. This is a nice room.
I'm gonna hit upstairs as well.
I'm checking the downstairs bathroom for bones. So a truly terrifying tub, but nothing else to report.
Yeah, the one upstairs is pretty corroded.
It's a fixer-upper.
Let's get some Bondo on the bathtub.
A little bit of goo gone. X count at T.
Axe count at 3. Did I hear something get thrown?
Acknowledge 3 axes.
Pentagram in the upstairs and freezing breath.
I'm on my way to thermometize it.
Hanging right at the stairs. Back of the storage room.
Would you like some more salt? Should we throw some salt down here?
Yeah, I have not salted this area yet. I tried to, but I ran out.
Pull there. Pull there.
So if you want to get one in the back of this room, or,
Oh, okay.
you know, inside it, because in the back is where the pentagram is.
Oh yeah, that's a nice place for a pentagram. Let's go ahead and some salt right there.
You know, these are nice lines.
Ooh. Wow. Negative 9 degrees Celsius. We have freezing
It's
temperatures.
a very chilly ghost.
You could even say cold.
Stompy.
Is he making that noise? Oh.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
it.
Oh,
Alright, I guess I'll go get some equipment.
Ooh, negative 11. It's getting colder in here. It's getting cold in here, so put on more of your clothes.
Well, I'm getting so hot, cold. I'm gonna put some clothes on.
Actually, being from Wisconsin, I assume that you would actually be a bit better off in the cold, right?
I would not be surprised if a very modest Wisconsin woman made that very joke.
Yeah, probably.
Like they were told what the original song was in church, and at the time they were so scandalized. And after a while,
I can make it cool for the kids.
I can hip and hop.
Oh, get the dots projector up here. Look at you doing that. Okay.
Only ambient inf so far.
Ambient, Roger.
Taking a Vox box upstairs.
Ooh,
Oh,
there it is.
do you hear that?
Yeah, it's coming. It's a coming. Run! John?
Yeah?
It's safe. You can come outside.
Whispering ghost there, I noticed.
Yeah, I don't think those were spirit box whispers.
Oh, that's annoying.
That was hunting. The door was locked.
Hmm.
I thought it was just spooking because I saw some wiggly stuff, and no, it decided to continue.
Oh no. Why?
It's like,
Let's
oh
see,
yeah, there you are, Russell. Oh, okay, you're coming this way. It's at
let's see.
5. Let's see what it stabilizes at. Oh, we didn't put a camera up there, did we?
Oh, we didn't. We have a camera watching the other camera.
Well, let's see.
Crispy fried crucifix.
I don't know if it works if it's not in the room that it starts in.
Oh, that's right. The ghost room.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Wait a second, I got stuck at the bottom of the stairs. I couldn't see.
You don't have a flashlight?
No, I had to get a whatchamacallit.
Okay.
Oh, I do have a flashlight.
Oh, well, alright then.
Apparently, the whatchamacallit was in fact a. Okay, you got that. We'll go get the flashlights.
I can go there.
Did he shut that door?
He did, yeah.
Oh. I feel like he didn't want to.
That's a weird thing to think.
Huh.
Do you have hands for tripod? No? Okay.
No. Not if we take a smudge stick.
Yeah, we should take a smudge stick.
Yeah, if he didn't want us in there talking to him, he probably doesn't want us in there filming.
Go back, go back.
Down the stairs.
Yeah, he's hunting again.
Oh, good.
Is this a safe spot? Shh. Flashlight.
So there is a radio right next to us. That'd be really annoying. If he just decided to turn it on.
I have to make sure that I still have it set, the difficulty set, because I feel like once the ghost has been haunting, that's just kind of the end of the game. The ghost will...
Once it haunts, that's it. Let's see. I've got my smudge stick at the ready.
Okay. I definitely want...
Wow, that is a noisy ghost.
Yeah, I think he has something about wearing us as underwear.
Oh,
Did you catch that?
that's weird.
Flashlight.
Okay. Is it still locked?
No, it's not. It is now.
Oh shit. Oh, this is terrifying.
Continue this conversation
So-
on this side of the door.
So, we've only managed to get one piece of evidence on this damn thing.
Yeah, and he's been a very busy boy.
Yeah, this is not a helpful view. It is facing in the one direction where the ghost never goes.
You know what ghost hunting a piece of equipment I wish we had?
What?
Like rat paper?
To stick the ghost to?
Yeah, You know how you put like a strip
Yeah.
of paper, but if a ghost steps in salt, why wouldn't it be able to step, fly paper,
Oh,
rat
and
paper?
something sticky. Just yeah, and then stick.
And they'll just have
I
a
like it.
ghost walking around with with fly paper to his shoes.
It still kills you, but you know.
I feel as though that would be an extremely effective deterrent, or at least a early
Like, it
warning
has
sign.
to choose. Is it going to kill you, or is it going to just keep its undead dignity? Okay, that's it. We're going into this room. Listen up, bitch. This is how it goes. We are putting this camera in your room. Put the camera in the room. Put the camera in the room.
Cameras
Put
in
the
the
camera
room.
in the room.
Cameras in the
Okay,
room.
let's get out of the room.
And say something. Tell me you're cold.
Did you toss the box in there? Oh shit! I smudged. It did not stop him. Just go away. Well. Let's go check for dots.
We got a camera. He didn't tell us he was cold, though. That was disappointing.
Too bad our camera didn't have a audio feed on it.
Now, I haven't seen spirit orbs since this update.
Oh. Yeah, it's still a thing, though.
Well, I'm sure. I just haven't seen them. I don't know what they'll look like. Want to go in, see if you can set them off, and maybe I can get some video evidence?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, go
See what I can do.
go put your life on the line for my entertainment.
Panem et circenses.
Activity at 2. Spike to 4. I heard the motion sensor.
That was me. Putting
Down to 2. Alright, try going upstairs. Oh, you're being hunted. Is that 10? Oh yeah, he's a moving. Oh, you probably can't hear me now, can you? You still there, buddy?
Come get me.
Door's open. Yeah,
So I get to watch him set off the motion sensor.
Yeah, I saw that. That was exciting. Did you get a picture?
I did not. I
Oh,
should have.
Such a
Actually,
disappointment.
I have a perfect vantage point of that. Okay.
Oh, you're gonna do it?
Of course I'm gonna do it. It's a perfect chance to get a picture of this ghost. Does that give us any more evidence about what this ghost is?
Motion sensor? No. No, it doesn't.
Did he show up in the dots?
Not in the dots, but I actually saw him through the screen.
Oh. Oh no.
Pictures don't come out if you do that.
Oh.
Oh, we
That's
don't know
annoying.
if he wrote in the book, do we?
Listen, I'm gonna take a picture of him. I don't know if I'm going up there to check the book.
I'm coming too. I have a black light
Okay.
and a regular flashlight.
You should point the black light at him while he chases us down the stairs. We'll see if he has fingerprints.
Show me your hands, sir.
This shouldn't take too long. He'll just come down here and I'll snap the picture as he comes through the thing.
He's... Oh, bad. I didn't turn right. Oh, you're coming towards me. John,
Yeah?
I need new pants. Going in the van to change. He is. Oh, it's hunting. Oh, that's the motion sensor. Did you get it? Oh, nope. Pending.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
The foyer
There have been
of
reports of a cursed
death.
object nearby. This must be the reason that the ghost was summoned here. Take a look. You may be able to use it to your advantage.
I don't think we can use any of the cursed objects to our advantage. Oh, that's not true.
The Ouija
We
board.
inadvertently used it to our advantage when we summoned the ghost onto the opposite side of that salt pile.
Oh yeah, that was exciting.
We trapped the ghost in the basement.
Yeah.
Well, on the outside of the foyer. We trapped it outside of the foyer where it has no power.
Isn't that the one? I died on that one.
You did. You died so that I could live.
The one time in which we had a ghost actually trapped, where we were at our most safe, is when I died.
El vestíbulo de la muerte.
Festivula?
Vestíbulo
Oh, like
de
a,
la muerte.
like a vestibule. Gotcha.
Yes. Yes.
The
Vestibule.
foyer of death.
El vestíbulo de la muerta. I like it.
That would be
Let's see.
a good telenovela.
Just so many dramatic death scenes happen. All the dramatic death scenes in the telenovela have to happen in the foyer.
Well, you'll save time. I'm sorry. You'll save money on props if you only have the one
Yeah,
scene.
you just have just one set.
Mhm.
Just one set. All the action happens in El Vestibulo de la Muerta.
There's just a dedicated corner with a hospital bed with the blinds over it for whoever is unconscious this 6-month period.
This 6-month period. It has to have one of those big curving staircases, so someone gets thrown off the banister, somebody falls down the stairs, somebody gets tossed out in through the window from the outside so that they can die inside the foyer, because
Mhm.
they have to die in the foyer.
Right.
All the deaths in the show have to happen in the foyer. That's like the show Bible.
Imagine
that.
ghost hunting in that set.
It's like everywhere else is safe, but the moment you walk into the foyer, it's over.
So like half of our games.
You just put out one dots projector, and it's just 20 ghosts that turn and look at you.
It's just a rave.
I like these lights.
Yeah, I mean, you know it's a good neighborhood because they have their expensive telescope out right in the front yard.
In the front yard, what are they looking at?
The neighbors?
The neighbors, yeah. It's pointed down at the windows of the neighbor's house down there.
Gosh, that is...
I
that
mean,
is a
they're
ball-
not hiding it either.
Yeah, that is a ballsy move to do so from your front porch.
Although I will say it's a little weird to put your mini split condenser on this side of the fence. Normally you'd put it on that side.
So neighborhood kids don't pee in it?
I mean, I don't think it would do anything if they did. Have you peed in a condenser before? Shall we go into the foyer? Are you just not going to answer that? Oh, we could irritate a ghost from the porch.
We could watch it from with a telescope.
with the telescope while we pee off the porch into the condenser.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna set that right there.
Oh, I'm gonna do a quick look around for open doors.
Oh, okay.
Nope, no open doors.
Okay. Oh. Ambient Emph is at Emph 2.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this annoying noise in here. Oh. The ghost is not on the bed. We can now confirm that the ghost is not on the bed.
Gosh, check out the brightness settings of these monitors.
Holy crap. This person just does not want to see.
Get yourself a tan playing on the computer.
You could. Oh. Probably why they didn't notice someone getting murdered and having their bone removed right next to them. Honey, how long has that femur been on your floor?
I'll pick it up later, Mom.
I've got to play GTA, Call of Duty, and Rust
I'm
at
playing
the same time.
playing ranked League of Legends because it's 2011.
It's true. Oh, this is not technically a bedroom.
It isn't?
No, there is no closet.
Oh.
You can't call this a bedroom. This is an office space at best.
Maybe like a guest bedroom.
I guess I'll take the bone while I'm at it.
The way you were
Said
crouching
I'd pick
just
it up
kinda
later.
made it look like you were eating it.
Well, that's good that's good marrow in there.
Oh, pick up that laptop, will you? I'm out of hands. I already picked up a laptop and a cell phone.
I've got a cup. Ooh, I wonder if I can take the tea kettle.
Bet you can. I know you can take the knife.
Oh, I took a plate. Do I need a teacup or a tea kettle? Tea kettle.
Yeah, whether or not we find a ghost, I'm getting paid for this work.
I've been furnishing my house with stolen property for years.
I gently put down this expensive electronic.
I'm gonna use that the laptop as a coaster for my teacup.
I think I might have saw some frosty breath, but I wasn't paying too much attention.
I'll take another noisemaker and a rave box,
I'll bring.
and I think I'm gonna put the rave box just outside the bedroom.
Okay, I'll deploy a crucifix, and I have the thermometer, and then I'll come back for a camera to post it up in the guest sleeping quarters.
Makes sense.
Is that book always upside
That's-
down?
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a spirit writing book.
Oh, was it always upside down, or was it thrown?
No, I put it there.
Oh, okay.
It was nice and comfortably quiet in this house, and then I turned this thing on. I'm just gonna
42,
throw that on the bed.
43.
One right there.
42, 42, 41.
So the spirit box, that's making 5 decibels, but that noisy fan is silent.
It's a stealth fan, undetectable by electronic receptors.
Shaped in just a manner. Oh! 11 decibels. So the spirit boxes produce an ambient decibel of 5.
Yes.
I'm getting 8.
Oh. Ain't that nice?
one's adding some extra decibels.
Oh, I saw dots.
You saw dots.
I saw dots.
Okay, I'm just gonna take time to write it down in my journal. Oh. Oh wow, that's awful.
What happened?
It talked to me.
What'd it say?
Incomprehensible things.
Oh. Would you mind
Told me
repeating
about
that,
the
Keith?
Eldritch Horrors. Not from the voice box though. It spoke into my my parabola.
Yeah, I want to see if he's willing to talk to the voice box, though.
Might not be.
Do you want to talk to me? I'm cool too. I'm a hip guy. I'm fun to hang around with.
I'm gonna go grab a book. You keep trying to talk to him.
Okay. So Keith, tell me of your favorite temperatures. Do you like it when it's warm? Oh, 39.
Would you like to sign into our guest book? Is that a yes?
That's
I'm gonna go ahead and deploy the
2.
crucifix in the bedroom now.
it's 2.
For good measure, I put the crucifix in there.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and
39, 40.
put that there.
Yeah, it's like in this hallway and in the bedroom. I'm not quite sure.
The lights keep flickering.
Well, that's just bad electricity.
And these houses are put together real quick.
I guess I'll get a black light.
Actually, what's this room anyways? I kind of forget. What's the bathroom?
Checking the garage for cursed objects.
Excellent.
I don't like how the laundry room is set up here. It's like a nook inside the garage.
Yeah, it's not a place that I would want to do laundry.
Just in case we got the... Surely I don't need a flashlight.
We have fingerprints.
Nice! I was actually just about to grab a black light, but good job. That looks good. You could actually close the door if you wanted to. That'd make it a little easier to see.
In case it's a teenage ghost that wants its privacy.
Wow, it's really throwing shit around now. Yeah, actually I did just throw something.
Oh.
Alright. Ready to smudge at a moment's notice.
Remember, no premature smudging. It's a major turnoff. Let's see, we'll throw some salt right here. Oh, wow, thank you.
Immediately. Hello? Are you there? You got
Did it just
something to
open
say to me?
doors? So. More salt. Oh. Where'd you go?
I went to the opposite bedroom to look for stuff. Oh, I found another laptop and a cell phone.
Nice.
They're like hatchets for this family.
Yeah, no, there's no axes here.
What's this country
Walking
coming
in the
to?
basement. I have a right to bear it.
Hello? Is it me you're looking for? It's not me it's looking
It's
for.
pentagram.
Oh, yeah.
We got the traditional basement pentagram.
I don't know. There seems to be no ceremony to where this pentagram is placed. It's in a corner, adjacent to a door.
The feng shui is all off. I mean, the moment you open this door, it's gonna
Yeah, it's going to
hit
obstruct
that
it.
candle.
Like this. This would be a perfect room for a pentagram.
Yeah,
out
I
your
would clear
push-
all this stuff.
Yeah.
And just set it all up in here. Replacement candles, extra red paint. Is that paint?
And there's plenty of room in this room for the shelves.
I mean, I'm impressed with the line work on the pentagram. It's nice. The runes are probably nonsensical.
Yeah, no, the circle is good. I like the circle. I think the straight lines are string with chalk on it.
Let me, I'm gonna take a picture of the runes and see if I can translate them later. Because I canonically have no life.
Canonically.
Canonically, I have no life.
Those well versed
So-
into John lore.
They know what's happening. Wish I could take the towel.
Alright. I
It's
was
a nice cat dish.
It is,
Very
isn't it?
modern.
Oh, there's water in the water bowl. That has something akin to water physics.
Oh wow.
Wait, where's the cat?
Oh, it's dead.
Is there just a
That
cat?
ghost has eaten it.
There's no haunt. It's just a cat just tossing shit around, whispering into my ears.
As cats are wont to do.
Didn't like that one. That was a loud one.
Yeah, that was a loud one. Let's see. It didn't have a Ouija board.
No Ouija board, but I don't know if that necessarily means that it's not. What was it? Phantom?
Yeah. Ooh, let's see. We need either to find. What did we need to find about this thing?
I'm a select banshee, just to do it.
I'm gonna choose Phantom just in case if I can find it.
Just to be a contrarian.
so-
Got you.
Banshee requires what?
I mean,
Ghost orb.
Yeah, just to grow
So
up a
to
little bit.
prove you, we need to find a ghost orb, and prove
Yeah.
me, I need to get a spirit box.
We got the second camera in here, or is it in the house? It's in here.
I feel like that's something you would have gotten in by now.
Well, I got the first camera in there, not the second one.
Oh, okay.
So, can you carry it? And because I got a smudge stick, lighter, and a flashlight.
Yeah, it's amazing how those things can't all just be held in both hands at the same time.
Well, I mean, you don't want to put a lighter too close to a smudge stick, or it'll just combust.
What'd you think? Like down this hallway
Yeah,
facing the door?
I'm thinking like right here. Yeah, right there as well. Just because I think it's kind of in this area.
I know, right? But, oh,
There he is.
smudge.
I did not smudge. I don't think he's hunting. He just kind
What
of
do you
stood
think
there.
he's doing there?
I was standing there. It's his house.
I mean, he could at least talk to us. I'm gonna throw that right there. So he can talk. Oh,
No!
oh my god.
Hi! I did smudge.
I did not
smudge for
take a
that.
picture of that, and I'm very disappointed in myself. Oh! I heard him!
I heard it! We got it! It's the voice box one.
I was out of breath. I didn't take a picture, and I'm so mad that I didn't.
Yeah, he
He was just
brought out
standing
the
there.
late show.
Yeah, that was a new one.
Uh,
Weirdly enough,
it
that
was a
was
phantom.
not a heavy drain on our sanity.
Yeah, that is weird, actually. Okay. Do you want to go to the basement and try for the?
Light the lights.
Yeah.
Do we have another smudge stick? I thought I brought a couple more.
I grabbed one. So apparently that was
Oh.
it.
That's weird. I could have sworn that I'd put more in there.
Did you bring any to the house? Are any in your pockets right now?
Let me check. Nope, just a flashlight, a camera, and nothing.
All right, so it's a phantom. A phantom. Taking a photo of the phantom will make it temporarily disappear.
Oh! I've got the next best thing, a camera.
No, that is the best thing.
This is the best thing. Okay, gotcha. Yes.
Okay,
Kill
do
the
you-
ghost with a camera.
Do you have any spare hands?
What do we need?
I got a lighter, I got a flashlight, and I got the camera. I was wondering what would happen if we deployed a crucifix in the center of the pentagram.
Oh, okay. I got it. See if God and the devil will fight.
For our amusement and photo opportunities. So,
I got several pictures of God fighting the devil.
so in a pinch, you can run around this sofa,
Oh, you can.
and we can
It's
hide
not like
in
you're
the
gonna get away from it, though.
garage,
Oh, okay. That would require me to get there.
and that is the okay. Wrong.
Yep.
This one,
So he's over there.
like right now.
Oh no, I heard the nth meter going off.
Oh, okay.
I set up alarm. Oh,
F.
let me deploy this right in here. F, right there.
All right, got your camera.
I got the camera.
All right, make it happen.
I took a picture of it, and he immediately went away.
He's coming.
Okay, I'm ready to take a picture again. Oh,
Yeah, okay.
Take a look at the equipment and prepare a
Calm your nerves.
oh no.
the investigation.
No, that's what the flask is for.
No reports of
Oh, it's raining.
sightings, but
It's raining. To smudge, we'll have to duck inside of the
An enclosed area.
An enclosed area.
It had to rain when we picked the campsite.
Didn't you check the weather report?
Fair weather ghost hunting. All right, I guess I'm gonna walk around with a. I hope it's not too cold and walk around with a temperature.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna drop that, and I'll walk around with a parabola.
All right. Noisy ass frogs.
Yeah. Not reading any decibels on that though.
I'll go sing Meatloaf songs in the bathroom just to be sure.
Isn't that what you always do? Isn't that what you do every time you go to a
Paradise
campsite?
by the dashboard lights.
A decibel? Got a
Oh, it's
decibel?
cold and lonely in the deep dark night.
5 decibels.
Issue with their plumbing. Paradise by the dashboard light.
Is that Fruit Loops?
Say Fruit Loops?
This box here, is it Fruit Loops?
Laundry detergent?
Oh, I guess that would make sense. Except there's no laundry here. There's no laundry machine.
Power Silk Expert provides the best colors. So many
Okay.
colors in this box.
So, does that count as brown water? It's ghost water. Ew. Oh, we got a decibel. 2 decibels.
Oh, 39
Oh.
degrees in here.
Hey,
We may have another
bathroom.
bathroom ghost. Yeah, these are slightly ajar.
Which one was the men's room? Which one are we supposed to be in?
Is there a urinal
5
in here?
decibel. 9 decibels.
Wait,
Wait, do these count as urinals? Are they both the men's room?
is a shower a urinal? A shower is a unisex urinal, John.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
I almost said urinal?
Urinal? Urinal? I mean, if it's unisex, I guess it's a urinal.
Yeah, it is definitely in here.
Yeah.
2 bathroom
Alright.
ghosts in a row. Is that? I don't know if I would call that
Oh.
lucky. What do you got?
I guess I'll just throw this here so it's only a level 2. Just
Oh.
gonna throw that in the sink. Run some water on it to test the water.
It's a very clean ghost.
My nth meter is no longer buzzing, but it is still working underwater.
Well, the hair product is perfectly delicate in long hair. So I don't want to make
Long
any
hair?
assumptions.
Do you just get long hair? Yeah, but it's not a 5-in-1 body wash, so
A 5-in-1 body wash?
yeah. Isn't that what all guys use? Body wash, hair shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, and laundry detergent.
If that were a thing, it would make it so much easier.
It really, you would buy it. Don't lie.
I wouldn't lie about that. Absolutely. So we got a tease ghost. We're at 34 degrees in some areas. Ghost is playing hard to get.
Well, I'm gonna go get another nth meter.
I actually just put another one down.
Oh, you put another one down?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, they're singing to each other. They're harmonizing.
They're synchronizing.
Well, at least we didn't have to go too far into this place.
Yeah, walking's hard.
I
You
guess
can-
we could go check the cabin out, see if the cursed object is in there.
You could just about hear them from the van. Book. I'll bring in a book and a camera.
I'll bring a dots projector and another dots projector.
Darn it. Actually, would you mind bringing this thermometer?
Oh, sure. Gee.
Since holding more than 3 things is just...
Okay, but I've adjusted it to Celsius because I'm British.
Set the ghost to pounds.
Leave a pound for Chiron. Oh, 3 degrees.
Set the EMF sensor to English. We're
Ooh,
currently at
0.7 degrees.
a tuppence. A tuppence of hauntings.
UK English specifically.
Yes.
0.02. Oh! Oh no, I'm going to die.
Did you die?
Well, at least I'm in the bathroom, so this is a problem.
It did the creepy gurgling thing from The Ring. Or The Grudge.
It was making that noise.
Oh, this is Ruth Sherman, by the way.
Hello, Ruth.
Oh.
She enjoys camping, collecting stamps, and not having men in the female bathroom with her.
I don't know which one is the men's room.
I'm pretty sure we're in the ladies' room.
I'm gonna double check the other bathroom.
Okay.
You don't know until you see a urinal.
Hey, we're conserving water here. We are conserving water. Do you have anything you want to say? Why you want the shower on so badly?
Oh, the shampoo in here is just generic shampoo.
So that's definitely the men's room.
Definitely the men's room.
I deployed a crucifix in the potty.
We should also consider deploying a camera in the bathroom.
Done and done.
Not just a toilet cam.
I understood and regretted the implications of my statement the second I uttered them.
It's okay.
Oh yeah, no, my first instinct was to set up a camera in the women's room.
Yeah. As is common.
The custom of my people.
We want to ensure your safety in the bathroom. What if you fell in the toilet because I left the seat up? I wouldn't know. That's why I have 24/7 video surveillance of the toilet.
I could never forgive myself if anything happened to you.
Oh, prevent it from hunting with a crucifix and smudge.
Oh,
all
hey
we gotta
Cassandra.
do for this.
Hey, might want to hydrate more.
You know, it's a little yellow in there. It's not good. Not good.
Hey Rebecca.
It's only 8 degrees in here.
enjoying the Raisin Bran, huh?
Everything clearing up for you? Looked like it. I can hear it. I can hear the nth meters going off.
I wish you could angle the camera up or down. I mean, it's modeled with the pivot, but if you could do that, you could have it pointed at a EMF sensor.
Yeah, but
or
we
something.
ordered these tripods off of Wish, so it has the handle to pivot, but it doesn't actually pivot.
It's a singular piece of plastic. It doesn't even collapse. It's just all plastic, all solid, rigid
all
plastic.
all the time.
All right, I have a black light. I guess I'm gonna check for fingerprints.
It never got cold in there, even while she was breaking the light bulb in there.
She's a bit inconsiderate, that Ruth.
Yeah. Now other women are gonna have to go to the bathroom in the dark. Fortunately, our camera has night vision.
Ain't no doubt about it, we were doubly blessed. We were barely 17, we were barely dressed.
She left. Ruth has left the building.
So we've determined that ghosts react to ELO and
Oh.
meatloaf. So that's one.
We just got our first clue.
Wow. Take a picture of the spirit box.
I did?
Ain't no doubt about it, we were doubly blessed. We were barely 17, we were barely dressed.
Really irritating. I
Yeah,
like it.
baby, don't you keep my college, I'm drowning out the radio. I've been waiting so long for you to come along and have some fun.
Trash can is disgusting.
No fingerprints.
Oh, it wants to attack.
Oh. Want to attack this door and maybe with an open palm?
I deploy Ruth in attack mode. Let's see if he's gonna move. Oh, he's not.
Need a cursed object. Where are you? We've been practicing the occult in their tent.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
I mean, I don't know about you, but whenever I went into a tent with mixed company, it was always to practice the occult.
Burnt down so many tents with candles.
Not even in the food tent.
So where would most expect the bones? I hear the EMF reader sensor going off from the truck. We have a gorb.
We have a gorb. Oh,
We are gorbing right now.
Yeah,
I have my candle.
some more salt on the ground. I have here, let's see, there we go.
Am I ready?
I balanced it. Throw some salt down in this toilet. Yeah, I did. It's probably empty now. Oh,
Ooh.
she stepped in it.
Stompy.
Yeah.
Still a 2.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know a command to extinguish
Oh,
die old. Yeah,
Yeah, that's-
I want to die old.
that's very thoughtful. It's a friendly ghost.
So, I looked at the candle and I thought, oh, I should just blow it out.
We should let it calm down. It's annoyed.
And, then I realized that I couldn't just blow at the computer screen. Come on.
Ah,
Oh, it's out.
yeah.
Oh. Thank you, Ghost. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Okay, you know what? Let's go to the cabin. Maybe we can find a cursed object
Okay.
to poke her with.
And if she decides to hunt, it'll take her a while to get to us.
Oh, be a long trip for her.
Cabin's this way.
Oh. That explains why I didn't find it before.
I think that's a hiding spot.
I wonder if it, like, begins to suspect where you are. Some cooking pans.
Well, if it is a yokai, which we believe it is, because it's very close to freezing, then it detects when it's hunting. It can only hear. Oh right, people who are talking.
It does seem to detect us when we're getting closer to it.
But it says specifically when it's hunting, it'll detect the closest voice.
Oh. It's a nice cabin.
Yeah.
I could do this. I could live here. I wouldn't want all the campers out there, and thus I would dress up as a ghost to drive people out of my campground.
Imagine this cabin just belongs to one unfortunate fuck who didn't realize he had an easement on the property.
Every year, just campers everywhere. You know, it's a little interesting. There's there's a room back here. So why wouldn't you put your? Wow, that is
Wow.
old. Old. Kind of cool though. Not gonna lie.
Yes. Floppy disks.
A full-on game cartridge. Is that a Betamax?
This belongs to a hipster writer who moved his family from Boston because he has writer's block.
And then murdered one of them. Or got murdered, I don't know.
I found the bone. The old pelvis in the bathtub.
You know how it is. Oh, interesting. The toilet doesn't have like a fill tank.
Oh. I think the assumption is it's hooked up to the same oh no. The water's
Is it
coming
just-
from the wall. It's bypassing through the toilet to the tub. Oh no.
Also,
I would explain
I'd
the
like
staining.
to point out that both hot and cold water runs to this toilet.
Hey, you know, you get a
Why?
you're struggling with a particularly difficult flush, turn on the hot water.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's just how it is.
Oh, there's a balcony.
Nice. I would lord over the peasants in their camp sites.
I would shake my fist at the serfs.
Get off of my land!
It is good to be the king.
Yeah.
Okay, Vlad.
Some really nice luxury, luxury briefcase there.
Alright, 2 questions. How heavy would you say this armoire is, and how expensive do you think it would be?
I would say that is something that I would pay at least $1,000 for, and that's assuming that it wasn't an antique.
Like, hundreds of pounds. Maybe... Gosh, close to 6? I'd say.
Like honestly, it would have. I think the balcony was probably put on so they could get it in here. Because that wasn't coming up the stairs.
yeah, no. No, it's not with the angle. Hell no.
No. That hole.
It's difficult to get it over the railing. You'd have to take the railing down.
Oh, I would assume that the railing just wasn't there.
They Kool-Aid man the armoire through the wall and just patch it up after the fact.
Personally, I feel like they got the
Did you
they
hear
got
something?
the armoire. Oh, I think it's hunting. I think I can hear the end meters going off. Yeah. So personally, I would have bought the arm. I'd have bought it first.
Built a cabin around it.
Oh, I like the So the furniture looks nice.
Mhm.
I like the plaid. But those arms are going to be really unpleasant. You
Yeah.
can't fall asleep on the arms of those chairs.
No, not without a couple extra big pillows.
Like those throw pillows are not helping.
It's kind of furniture I can see myself getting.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it if it was someplace that I didn't have to lay down. I like the refrigerator.
Yeah, it's a nice kitchen as a whole. I like the bar island, the peninsula.
Yeah, peninsula. That is a peninsula. Goes all the way to the wall. Decent sink. It's electric, but you know.
Boogie woogie woogie.
Oh, my jars of canned mushrooms, canned
I think those are
canned
potatoes.
lemons,
Oh, I guess I don't know.
red stuff,
Really could
pickles,
be either. Eyeballs.
unprepared relish. This is a nice kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't see any cursed objects in here.
It's a deer.
Is it cursed?
I mean, it is a head just stuck to the wall of a house.
I guess it's not doing well then. Oh wow, this is like a hotel remote.
Remember back in the 30s and 40s when a desk fan could just be a boat propeller slapped to a wall outlet?
Yeah, pretty much, and it had all the drive force of a boat propeller. Yeah. Oh no, this isn't from the 30s. This is from the 70s. It looks like something from the 30s, but it's made of plastic.
It's not. It does look like it's plastic now that I look deeper into it.
Yeah, it's like like this is when they started copying like the quality look of the heavy duty items of the earlier periods, and they just made it with plastic. Everything, fun fact, everything in the 70s and the 80s was made of plastic.
Even their morals.
Just all plastic. That's why plastic surgery took off then.
I
See now,
swear I just saw it. Or
that's concerning.
this game actually got to me.
The game has gotten to you.
Nope.
Oh,
I
that
saw.
tent there.
I'll have to check the video. I swear I saw a person standing here and then throw something, and now all these balls are moving around. Nope, there she is. There she is, and she's hunting. Yep, I'm alive. Oh, okay.
Still out there?
We're at 3. Jump to 5.
Maybe I could get a picture of her from the fence.
I had wanted to smudge, but I never remembered it was raining.
Oh, if she's hunting, she toasted that crucifix.
Did she? Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. We
Alright.
must have been pissing her off so bad in the cabin.
Pay attention to me. I still don't know what kind of ghost she is.
I'm gonna say she's a yokai. We were way too close to freezing, and she seems to not enjoy our commentary.
Hey, what if we were just quiet? Do we have as much-
Strawberry wine, 17.
First
Hot
taste of
July
love.
moon, saw everything. Writing.
First taste of love.
We got writing. Let's get out.
Love so bittersweet. Okay, what was writing?
It was a angry girl drawing.
Angry girl drawing.
And, wow, that was a mare.
Oh. Evidence. Ghost writing. Yeah, Mayor. We were completely wrong.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you smudge the area while we were in there, by the way?
Oh, you can smudge in the rain.
Oh. Smudge in the rain.
I'm
Okay,
smudging
I'm gonna
home
throw
the
this down.
rain.
I'm gonna throw down this. I got a picture of the ghost writing. I guess it's just more salt. Anywho, let's go smudge the fuck out of this ghost.
I'm going to read one more thing. Okay, turning lights on will lower its chance to attack, which it already burnt out the lights.
Guess we can't do anything about that. Oh, you shut it. I was gonna say did.
Alright, I'll smudge and you back up smudge in case it attacks.
Okay.
Smudge out! Smudge out!
Smudge, smudge, smudge. Okay. And we've done what we. This house is sort of clean. It's clean enough. I'm still sad that we didn't get to find the cursed object.
Yeah.
A lot of place to this place.
It's always considerate to smudge the restroom when you're finished with it.
Why does it smell like burning sage in here? Because I was literally fighting for my life.
So dramatic. Alright.
Every girl always claims that she doesn't poop. She just carries a sage smudging stick in her pocket all the time.
No, I'm
Claims
wicked,
that
I
she's fighting
swear.
a ghost.
Alright. Are you good with this place?
Oh, did I select this thing? Did I? I did. Yep. Let's go.
Let's roll. Autobots, roll out.